8 AM, and instead of packing for a photo shoot, I've just shot like 3 ASMR TikToks, and now I'm doing this, which is also wholly relevant to what I want to talk about today, which is about creating look. But this lighting's also terrible. Okay, it's an improvement. Look is something that I've always considered myself like lucky. I feel like I've always been a lucky person, but I don't feel like look is, like, I think look is gained. I think you can build it, and I think the more you do, the luckier you can be. You want to class that as manifesting look or creating look. I think there's more to it. Let me go in depth. So, hear me out. Picture it this way. I won a small TikTok competition with Rhodes this year. It was a nice little $1,000 cash prize. I won some microphones, all for making a little quirky, funny TikTok video. And I guess innately, if you thought about it, if you looked at it, that's lucky. There was probably 1,000 or so entries, 1 in 1,000 chance to win. I was lucky. It was part skill, but also part luck, right? So for this particular example, let's break it down slightly further. So it was a contest based on an idea. I had to come up with an idea that I wanted to film, and I had to kind of pitch it in the form of a TikTok. And I'll show you it on screen. I did it in a funny, kind of witty way. I was a bit silly with it. And obviously, based on that, it's the idea that won. Is that really luck? There was no limit to how many times I could enter. So am I really lucky if I entered 100 times versus once? Am I not then creating my own luck? Yes, I've got to come up with 100 ideas instead of one idea, but then I guess that breaks it down to, well, is it still luck or is it skill? If I've got the skill to come up with 100 good ideas, where does the line stop of what is skill versus what is luck? I'm not liking the look of the weather to say that I need to be taking photos in this. It is, of course, a 2-hour drive, so maybe we'll be okay. Like, somebody tells me I'm not getting the drone up today. If a man sets up a business that becomes successful, becomes a millionaire, is he lucky or is it skill? In the same essence, if he sets up 100 businesses and only one succeeds but 99 failed, is it still luck or is that still skill? The fella died. Where do you want me, James?
Just so dead centre, please. So would you please tip face your body towards my hand here? Okay. And then face your head towards me here. Yeah. Beautiful. You're absolutely stunning. Okay.
I think that really it can kind of almost be insulting to be called lucky. Like, it can almost fight against the hard work that goes into achieving something, and it's just diminished then by someone saying, oh, well, you were lucky, weren't you? Oh, you're so lucky, you. It's like, well, no, there can be quite a lot of hard work there. I don't know.
think you can be a lucky person, or do you think it's like innate, like some people are just born lucky, like, oh yeah, he's a lucky one, him? Or do you think like it's about what you do and who you are?
I mean, personally for me, I feel like there's that saying, isn't it, about creating your own luck. I think a lot of the time is about what you do and things will fall in place. I think there are some opportunities where, yeah, luck does come, it does happen, but I feel like that falls into place as opposed to it just comes out of nowhere.
I think that luck is a thing. I think people can get lucky in certain instances, but I also think it's, you know, partly what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, sort of thing.
So I want to just finish with a few like kind of scientific bits because I think this is kind of fascinating, and there's a few bits I found here which you probably can't see at all, so I'm going to put on the screen. The lucky people often score significantly higher on extroversion. They smile twice as often and engage in more eye contact. Their sociability, Wiseman explains, helps them increase their likelihood of a lucky opportunity because they meet more people, connect better, and maintain relationships. And he kind of goes on to say, and I'll share this link that I found in the comments, but he goes on to say that the ways to kind of increase your luck is things like keeping an open mind, it's looking on the positive side, and it's doing something out of the ordinary. So it's putting yourselves in situations that can generate outcomes. So like we said at the start, it's being optimistic about creating a business, it's being optimistic about entering a competition. Some of the techniques I was talking about the competition entry would be more manipulating luck. It's taking advantage of a situation to give yourself a higher chance of success. So while that's still creating luck, I think that's kind of more manipulation of a circumstance. Whereas, the real kind of being lucky and being a lucky person, I think genuinely just comes from being out there and taking a chance because, well, you never know what might work.